Hopefully the stream won't lag too much because right now I'm actually having Unity render my project into Apple iOS, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Plus I got a bunch of other windows open too related to it, but it is almost done compiling, so hopefully it'll just be done pretty quick. Oh, speaking of which, it just finished. Excellent. All right, I'll have to take a look at that after we're done streaming because I actually need to get back to work. So I spent most of my time today just trying to figure out a way to get my project onto the Apple iOS store, and of course, Apple being Apple, they require you to use only Apple products. So me being on a PC, well, I'm kind of shit out of luck. So I had to like research and build and all this workaround stuff. But basically, long story short, I just simply got a Mac. What was the name of the site again? Oh, I got a macincloud.com account. I'm going to pay them $14 for this week, and then I just simply rent a Macintosh online, and then that's good enough. So, anyway, I didn't really look too much. SEC has kind of helped it stake out crypto regulation. Okay, it's like these fucking assholes in the SEC are really pissing me off. So we're definitely gonna read that. But yeah, I was just about to say that markets seem to be doing okay. There's just a lot of fear, and yeah, look at that. The market started out crap today, and then now they're up a lot. So the only concern could be this crypto regulation, but we were due for a pullback, and Cryptos R Us even mentioned it. So 10 days of straight gains, followed by, including today, 4 days of declines, and the declines are really not that bad. So okay, it seems like a standard pullback, but let's definitely keep an eye on the regulation crack because that's obviously going to completely screw everything up if it actually happens. So far, I don't think it will, at least not in the short term. Activision beats on top and bottom lines. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, at this point, nobody really gives two shits about it. Even though, I really just don't like the company anymore. Like, they're just kind of screwed up. They treat their employees like shit. They treat their customers like shit. They're just overall huge assholes. So, whatever. Fuck them. But, I mean, obviously, they still make great games. So, obviously, whatever, right? Even though I don't really play them right now. Alright, so bonds, yeah, so bonds got bought up a little bit. So this was way off from today. So yeah, things did very well today. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Very well. Okay, so let's take a look at crypto. I don't even know if Greg put out a video yet. Let me see. This was done 2 minutes ago. Yeah, he literally just posted this. Great.
Okay, everybody.
Alright, we definitely need to read that article though. So, where was I? Yeah, back here. Okay, so Bitcoin is basically hovering around 38K. Ethereum's down a little bit too because the London hard fork is within 2 days. I think like 36 hours. I don't, or like it definitely, wait, what day is today? Yeah, so it's on Thursday. So, usually when there's like a big hardcore upgrade, particular crypto always dips a bit because people just get a little nervous about like something goes wrong or something. But usually I just can't think of any situation where it does go wrong because they've already tested this like a million times. So, and these are actually coded by people who know what they're doing. And lots of people who know what they're doing. So this should be fine. And I know PancakeSwap's doing very well in this little pullback. So this is extremely bullish. Now, that being said, I want to get a screenshot. Okay, I'll secure shade, bastard currency wants a royal regime for the US, rich city of the game paving the way for NFTs in the gaming industry. Yeah, these gaming for dollars is like very popular, because I love stuff like that too, but the problem is it's usually not very well balanced. All right, so that's a pretty decent thumbnail. Okay. The SEC is asking Congress, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the assholes at the SEC said Tuesday it hopes to stake out the space to regulate certain cryptos and markets, but needs the help from Congress. Okay, the chairman from the SEC, an asshole, to take our authorities as far as they go to ensure investor protection, said gas existing and we need additional congressional authority to prevent transactions products from falling between regulatory cracks. Okay, he also wants more staff. Okay, current vote for tax reporting purposes. Isaac Bolton. At the moment, there's insufficient concern regarding these issues in capital, and the odds are against comprehensive digital asset legislation according. Yeah, a lot of people don't like crypto regulation. It's not just a conservative thing. Like, people just don't like it, which is good. Right? The more people that resist it, the better. Yeah, that against legislation will remind that no single regulatory entity will be able to respond to a holistic regulatory regime. Forthcoming report of the U.S. Trade Law. Okay, see more crypto oil make no sense. The or token sold securities, trade policy allow exchange of securities and custody services. Gas, frankly, at this time. Yeah, I mean, it's like the problem is security. Where does it stop, right? Like, securities is not a problem. It's what they're gonna do after that. That's really the problem. So he's not opposed to that independence. The parties have said he would like to install guardrails on the emerging asset to protect investors. Yeah, just like you protected us from fucking Robinhood, right? Or, you know, when we were getting cheated out of our billions of dollars during GameStop and AMC skyrocketing, and then preventing us from profiting. Yeah, fucking assholes. These pieces of shit, the SEC, truly are worthless. Okay, so I got my thumbnail. So hyperballs, start betting against it right now. Okay, good.
Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Incredible. Well, yeah, it's me, Gregory Manarino. This is my, let's just say it together, lovely, okay, post-market wrap-up on this Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021. How about this? A new all-time record high for the S&P 500 today. Did you see how this played out today? First of all, there was a rally across the board. Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500, new record high, NASDAQ. Very interesting how this day played out, and no surprise to you. I explained to you this morning, I did not like the setup for the market.
Yeah, it was expected to be a down
Again,
day.
we got bad economic news this morning, which you would expect would prop up the market. However, well, this is how it played out. Stock futures were higher across the board this morning.
Wow. Jimmy Dore not only got the vaccine, but he also explained the side effects. Okay.
10-year yield was under pressure, falling. That means cash was making its way into the debt market. 10-year yield stands at about 1.18. This morning it was 1.17. Okay. Crude oil was under pressure. I said to you this was not a good setup for the market, but I also said you should be buying every single dip that comes your way. So what happened? So this morning, market opened up green across the board, looking really great. Well, all of a sudden, these gains started going away. All of a sudden, they disappear. Stock market across the board, negative. Yeah. Negative Dow, negative S&P 500, negative NASDAQ. Then all of a sudden, like the cavalry comes in here and just starts buying and buying and buying. Reverses everything, rally across the board. New record high for the S&P 500. And this is not going to stop. I told all of you, record high is coming, new record highs are coming. I told you this one was coming from a few weeks ago. We're going to get more, much more. Stock market is going much, much higher, much higher. So just be ready for it and take advantage of it here. I know my Lions are doing that. So with regard to the 10-year yield, it's 1.18. You just wait. Wait till it starts to creep up, 1.19, 1.21. You know, I'm not talking about, you know, spiking in an uncontrolled fashion, but once that starts to...
Huh. I saw the Tom Cruise movie. Yeah, this is a documentary. This isn't the actual Tom Cruise movie. Really good movie, too, actually. I really like it. It's actually very tense.
Come up, and it will. The stock market is going to hit record high, record high, record high. Crude oil sitting at around $71 a barrel. A little pressure on crude today. Okay, I expect crude to go much higher as well. The Wall
Yeah.
Street banks have a price target of $100. Most investment banks on Wall Street have a $100 price target. On crude, I believe they're correct. So that is going to happen. And can you only imagine what that means for the price of petroleum-based products? You think inflation is bad now? Well, you just wait here. We got more to talk about with regard to that. So, what else is going on here? Cryptocurrency is under some pressure again today, people, but look at the run-up we've had lately off of the recent lows. It's been absolutely dramatic, okay? But that's what you would expect to see with cryptos. Wild swings, wild swings. I still believe we will, with regard to Bitcoin and the other big cryptos, they will see new record highs again. That's my take on it. You're allowed to have yours. Okay. My money is where my mouth is. Where is yours? Okay. So with that said, gold and silver today finished mixed. Gold under a little pressure. Silver put on a slight gain today. The dollar finished about flat. That's the setup for the market. Okay. Understand, and I know you do, but I'm just going to repeat it. The more bad economic news that we get, and we keep getting it, it doesn't stop every single day, the higher the stock market's going to go. The stock market's going to sit back, investors, the banks, and say, okay, this is great. The economy's in free fall, fantastic. The bad news is going to keep coming, absolutely great. That means the Fed's going to continue to buy it all. Buy it all.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. If people are getting spooked about bad economic news, why does the market go down, right? And they just know that the Federal Reserve is going to buy all that shit up. Oh, I forgot to take the screenshot. I've been so busy
They're
today.
buying at least 80 billion a month in in treasuries, and at least 40 billion a month in mortgage-backed securities. These are floors. They can buy anything they want. They have a blank check given to them by Congress, okay? And none of our representatives represent us whatsoever. Anyway, I think you know that story. But anyway, interesting for the market today. New record high. I covered a bunch of assets with you. Now, I want to talk about this. We got another shocking piece of economic news today. Household debt, of course, new record high, keeps going up. But it's skyrocketing at its fastest pace in nearly a decade. People today are borrowing beyond their eyeballs just to make ends meet, just to maintain their middle-class lifestyle. They continue to borrow and borrow and borrow and borrow again some more. It's an astonishing thing to see. But what else would you expect here? Again, people under pressure, an economy in free fall, so they must continue to borrow. You think this is by accident too? I want to talk about this real quick. So we heard from another thing from the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve President Waller. Now, he is very concerned. He's very concerned about the rising pace of inflation. Again, this is historic. We've never seen inflation surge like this before here in the United States. He's very concerned about it. Very. He said this will prompt the Fed more than likely to taper early. People, this guy Waller, let's give him a big, fat, duh. They're not doing it. No way, no shape, no form. They have no intention. People, look, these creatures, these things that crawl out of the Federal Reserve, the presidents, their boss, Yellowstone Powell, he's not concerned about inflation. He said specifically he is not concerned about inflation. No. Do you know why? Because it's contained. I feel so great now because it's contained. It's not widespread. Do you believe that? Do you believe that inflation right now is not widespread? Do you believe it's contained? Let me ask you, why hasn't anyone maybe thought of asking a question of the Fed chair and say, hey, what do you mean it's contained? Do you believe maybe now a member of Congress, one of our representatives is going to call the Fed chair before a committee and say, oh, sir, so let me ask you a few questions. Let's start off with this. You believe inflation is contained? Well, yes, I do. Can you please explain that, you freaking idiot moron? And then how about this? Do you think one of our representatives maybe would ask Fed chairperson thing, creature, hideous, vomitous mass that you are, can you please explain why is the Fed issuing debt through one door and then buying it back through another door? You see, because this process is massively inflationary. But it's contained, right? So tell us what it's contained to. People, it's impossible to make this stuff up. Now today, I forgot what channel it was I was watching, and they were all talking about it. They're again pointing their fingers at supply chain disruptions, issues, the rising cost of energy for inflation. They're really trying to deflect as much as possible away from the root cause. The root cause of what we are seeing, the current environment, is the Federal Reserve. But no. Look here. Don't look here. You understand? It's a very twisted, sick environment, people, and you must be on the right side of it. I don't know. You see, let me show you something lovely. You see this here? This is a piece of silver. I have some more over here. I got some more over here. I got silver all over my desk here. I love it. I love to touch it, play with it, kiss it. It's my favorite asset of all time. My favorite. If you
Yeah, I'm curious. If Nick Fuentes ever really does make it that far, I wonder how he would eventually deal with the Federal Reserve, if at all.
you here, or if you have yet to invest in anything, okay, right here, okay, physical silver, that is, in my view, the most undervalued asset in the history of the world. Do your own research, of course, but I think you would have to agree with me if you have any slight understanding of the current situation. Anyway, people, look, we are going to take advantage of this just as we have been. My lions out here, you're on the right side of this market, buying the dips, all of them. We will continue to buy the dips in this market until the 10-year yield starts to spike. When you see the 10-year yield suppressed like this and stocks sell off like they did earlier today, it's a gift. And did you see what happened? Like I said, stocks fell under some pressure. Cavalry comes in. It's probably the Federal Reserve. They have a trading desk at the New York Fed. Go look it up for yourself.
Yeah, it's
And
August 3rd.
the market just got
It's a new
bought up.
month.
And guess what happened? A new record high for the S&P 500. Could you imagine my shock? No, because I told you it was going to happen. And you're going to see more record highs moving forward. Record high, bam,
Yeah, I wish I
bam, bam,
could sell
bam,
some
bam, bam,
puts,
bam.
actually.
The Fed's going to continue to inflate, and you know that. So you must be on the opposite side of that trade. That means holding an anti-debt unit, one of these lovely things. You got it? People, this guy.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, the data looks pretty consistent, so we're just gonna have to wait on, crypto to, do whatever it is they're gonna do. So today would be day 4. I don't know. I mean, I really don't see Bitcoin really dropping that much further because it does seem to want to try to go below 38K. But to be honest, excuse me, from 39K to 38K, I've seen a lot of resistance, right? Like bears are trying to take it down, but it's just not really happening, which is obviously a good sign for bulls. So, and then after today, which was very weird, like it just suddenly goes up all of a sudden. Yeah, So, tomorrow is Wednesday. So if we're lucky, we should see things start turning around either tonight or tomorrow in Bitcoin. However, we might need to wait until after Ethereum hard fork is successfully implemented. And then we wait a day or two after that to let the, fear of, oh, something's going to go wrong, the entire chain's broken kind of thing. And then when people find out that nothing bad happened and everything went on without a hitch, you know, uh, we're gonna, hopefully we should see like a rally back up. So, I mean, I would even accept a day where Bitcoin just kind of stays flat. It doesn't go up or down, right? Because what's the traditional trajectory of Bitcoin? Go up a lot, down a lot, followed by, a flatlining, but a flatlining towards the upside before going, higher and higher and higher. and then keeps repeating that cycle until the end of the, bull run. So we haven't seen something like that in a long time. So I'm kind of hoping that that is what we're seeing here. But again, we'll just have to see. All right, so I'm gonna go because I really need to try to get this app onto the Apple iOS store and upload, and then go play my games. I mean, I didn't even do any coding today because I was so occupied with the Apple iOS thing. But I mean, I wouldn't mind anyway because I think I've been just straight up coding like pretty much every day. I haven't taken a day off, so I count today kind of as a day off, I guess. And yeah, and then pretty soon, and then I think by tomorrow I should have an invoice from my EU lawyer, and then I can finally start dealing with this damn trademark thing. At worst case scenario, I just have to delay it for 5 years, and then at that point, I should be rich and whatever, and then, I'll have a lot more options open to me. So, all right, I will see you all tomorrow. I'm trying to think, is there anything here that I want to talk about? No, I mean, I think that's it. I mean, obviously between now and Thursday, hopefully we'll see some upward swings, but if not, we'll probably have to wait till Friday and Saturday after the Ethereum hard fork successfully completes. And then we'll see, how far up this goes. But, once this leg up starts again, we should be able to easily see Bitcoin at 50 grand, no problem. It'll only take like 7 days, right? About. It's not that much effort for Bitcoin. And of course, when Bitcoin's at 50K, everything else is going to go up like a lot of money too. So it's going to be really nice. All right, I will see you all tomorrow after the markets, and that will be Wednesday tomorrow. For some reason, I feel like today is like the end of the week or something, like a Thursday, but yeah. All right, see you all tomorrow.